I'm Harrison Graham. Welcome into Chicago Bears Now. On today's show, I got a Bears Mock Draft Roundup from ESPN, Pro Football Focus, The Athletic, Bleacher Report, and Fox Sports. I'm also going to grade each mock draft as we'll react to each one here on today's show. So stick with us here as all these different outlets put out mocks that we're going to react to. All right, number one, ESPN put out a new mock recently. Field Yates put out his first mock of the year. So let's react to that. Most of these are just first-round mocks. One of them has a 3-round mock, which means the Bears will have another pick since they do have a 3rd-round selection. Here's what Field Yates has. He's got the Bears taking Caleb Williams, number 1 overall. No shocker there. And then Leatu Latu, the edge out of UCLA, with the number 9 overall pick. I think that's a tick early for me for Latu. The way this played out for Field, the top 3 receivers were all gone, MHJ, Odunze, and Neighbors. Brock Bowers is there, though. I would just take Brock Bowers. Now, Field can do whatever he wants. It's his mock. Bears certainly need more edge. They need another edge rusher, but if multiple edges are still available, Latu, Turner, and Jared Verse, I think they're all pretty close. I'd rather just trade down. Or in this case, I would have just drafted Brock Bowers. So when you factor that in, I would probably go B- grade here for this mock draft because I think it's a little early for Latu. Do like him. Very productive player. There are medical questions there. He was medically retired at one point in his collegiate career. Got cleared and came back to football and had 2 really good seasons at UCLA the past 2 years. But that's something that's going to be a big talking point at the NFL Combine. Subscribe and join the Noti Gang here at Chicago Bears Now. 3 simple steps to do so. Number 1, hit that subscribe button. You got to be subscribed to be in the Noti Gang. Number 2, you click the notification bell. And then when you click that bell again, I think you have to click it a second time. You have to select the all option. The default right there, which you can see, is personalize. Select all, because if you don't have all, you either A, may not get a notification when we publish a video or go live, or B, you might get it at a random time, like a day later or 4 hours later. You don't want that. When breaking news happens, when rumors are hot on the streets, you want to know exactly when we publish a video, right? Follow those steps, subscribe, click the bell, select the all option, join the Noti Gang here at Chicago Bears Now. All right, Pro Football Focus, Trevor Sakima put out a recent mock draft, and he's got the Chicago Bears selecting really a dream for me. Caleb Williams, number 1. Malik Neighbors, the LSU wide receiver, at number 9 overall. I think Neighbors and Odunze are, kind of interchangeable. They're different type of players, but if either is available at 9, I think it's an absolute home run. I like Neighbors a little bit more, so I absolutely love this mock draft. I mean, his production at LSU, especially this past year, is just ridiculous. And people have compared him to Odell Beckham, and I think, normally I'd be like, it's a lazy take. LSU guy, explosive. Kind of looks like him, man, when you watch him play. I mean, the guy just separates. He's a great route runner. He's awesome after the catch. Gives you explosive plays early and often when you watch these games. I got to go A+ here. I mean, this is, if you get out of the first round of this draft with Caleb and Neighbors, assuming you are taking a quarterback number 1 overall, you can't do much better. I mean, sure, you could try to trade up, get Marvin Harrison. If you're team Justin Fields, you're obviously not going to give it an A+. But if you do decide to move on from Fields and you get a QB at 1 and Neighbors at 9, that's pretty tough to beat if you ask me. Now, which receiver would you rather have in this draft? If it's Rome Odunze, type RO. If it's Malik Neighbors, type MN. Let me know in the comment section down below which you would rather select. RO for Odunze, MN for Malik Neighbors. And get your votes in down in the comment section down below on which receiver you would rather have. Keep it rolling here. The Athletic, Nick Baumgardner, he put a 3-round mock draft out. Bears don't have a 2nd-round pick, but they do have a 3rd-round selection. So here's what he has Chicago doing here. He goes Caleb Williams with the 1st pick, Rome Odunze with the 2nd pick, Javon Bullard with the 3rd pick, and I love this one as well. Again, Odunze, Neighbors, whatever. I like Neighbors a little bit more, but, as long as one of those guys is available, I'd be pretty damn happy. Obviously, consistent theme at number 1 with Caleb Williams. You look at Odunze's past couple of seasons here, incredibly productive, 20 touchdowns, 2,800 yards almost. I love that even though the catches went up, the yards per catch also went up this year for Odunze. I mean, that's impressive. For almost 100 catches, averaging 18.5 yards per catch, that is really good. People have compared him to just a bigger DJ Moore. Like, he plays through contact. He's great after the catch. A lot of yak there. I like that quite a bit. Javon Bullard, who we've taken in some mock drafts, he could be your Eddie Jackson replacement. Of course, Bojack got cut on Thursday, saving the Bears over $12.5 million on their cap hit this year. So this is a pretty good mock, man. I'd go A. You're filling 3 positions of need. You're getting good value in all 3 positions here as well. So I like this one quite a bit. If it was Neighbors at 9, maybe I'd bump it up to A+, but you get Bullard in the 3rd round to add to Odunze and Williams. I think that's pretty darn good. All right, GameTime sponsoring today's show. We appreciate GameTime for sponsoring today's video. Football may be over, but there's still plenty of sporting events to attend. You can go to Bulls games. You got the White Sox and Cubs just around the corner as well, with pitchers and catchers reporting. Should be a fun baseball season. If you want to go check out some games, go check out the best prices available with GameTime. Best seats for the lowest price guaranteed, and prices drop as the event gets closer. So my advice to you is wait till the day before, wait till the morning of, check out how prices collapse on GameTime, and you can really take advantage. And if you see a better price in the same section on a different ticketing app, take a picture, send it to GameTime. They'll give you 110% credit. So say they're charging $100 for a ticket, different ones offering you 110. You're going to end up getting it for 90, I should say. You're going to end up getting it for less than $90. So they want you to have the best and stress-free experience possible when purchasing your tickets and going to your events, comedy shows, theater, sporting events. Doesn't matter. Get your tickets today. Bulls games after the All-Star break coming up. And guess what? New customer, download the GameTime app. Use promo code BearsChat for $20 off. Trust me, it's the best deal out there when it comes to purchasing tickets. Check out the comments in the description for the link to get you to the App Store and download the GameTime app today. It wasn't a specific writer or analyst, whatever. It was kind of just their staff. So Bleacher Report released their latest mock draft as well. And this is an interesting one, to say the least. They got a trade. Bears trading down with Washington. Washington goes up to get Caleb Williams. There's obviously been some buzz there with Kingsbury on that staff. Drake Maye at 2, Rome Odunze at 9. I'll explain why in a minute I don't love, and the reason is pretty simple. It's based on what they wrote in the article, which I think is ridiculous. This is the explanation of Washington trading up. The move up one spot, or to move up one spot and become the first team ever to trade for number 1 after owning the 2nd overall selection, the Commanders would most likely have to surrender their 2nd round pick, if not more. Most likely their 2nd round pick, if not more. Yeah, it would cost more. Like, the Bears, I don't think, are moving down for 1 2nd round pick, especially if the chatter is true that they really like Caleb Williams. Like, the reports out there from Rappaport and others that it would take a historic offer for the Bears to move on from 1. There's been chatter that the Commanders would have to give up a 2nd and next year's 1. Yeah, that'd be pretty historic to move up 1 spot. I don't think 1 2nd round pick is getting you there unless you get to draft day and it is just so obvious that the Bears just like Drake Maye more. Then maybe it comes down to this, but I don't think that's the case. And for that reason, I got to give it a C. Not because they're passing on Caleb Williams in this mock, but because I don't think the trade value is good enough. Like, again, if you're going to move off that pick, you just got to get more. Like, 1 2nd round pick, that's not going to cut it for me. So C on that Bleacher Report mock draft. They can do a lot better. Who's the better QB prospect? You think it's Caleb Williams or Drake Maye? Type CW for Williams, DM for Maye. I like Williams better. I do like Maye a lot. He's my QB2 in this draft with Jaden Daniels as QB3. Get your thoughts on that in the comments and tell me why. Why do you like Caleb better? Why do you like Drake better? Better. DM for Maye, CW for Williams. Get your votes in. Fox Sports, Joel Collette, their top college football analyst. He also does some draft coverage as well. He released his latest, or his first, I think, mock draft of the season. And it's a familiar one. Same as PFF's here. It's Caleb Williams and our good pal Malik Neighbors. And that's like my top dream right now. If you get Odunze, like, I'm not going to, it's not like a way big drop off. I think it's pretty 2A, 2B situation there. But I do like Neighbors a bit more. If you get Caleb and Neighbors, I mean, that is fun to pair with DJ and Cole Kmet and, a young offensive line, Shane Waldron. Like, a consistent theme here, except for that second to last mock from Bleacher Report is, most mock drafts have the Bears taking Caleb overall. And again, I got to give this an A+ because that's what I gave the other mock draft that went Caleb and Malik Neighbors 1 and 9. Keeping it consistent there. Definitely like that pairing, man. I think you could build something special there. You already got DJ in place. Like I mentioned, safety valve and Cole Kmet. So if you could go Caleb Neighbors 1 and 9, I certainly wouldn't complain. All right, there's our Bears Mock Draft Roundup, reacting to the latest NFL mock drafts and who they have the Bears selecting. Going to be a fun draft season as the Bears do have 2 top 10 selections, so be sure to subscribe. And again, join the Nota Gang. Turn on those notifications and select all once you do so. That way you never miss a video here on Chicago Bears Now.